A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. And in this particular session, I'm going to be answering a very important question, and a couple of people have asked me this question. So I think it's become my duty to now finally answer this question. So the question is, why it's always the feminine who has to heal both masculine as well as feminine template in her own ascension journey, which means the question is that she has to heal the feminine aspect also, right? And the same person has to heal the masculine also. So why she has to do all the work? Why? That's the question. Now there is a science behind this, and I'll simplify it for you. Basically, people who are in the twin flame ascension journey, or they have the starseed potential in them, which means they are divine beings. So when we say the word divine masculine and divine feminine, it actually in Hindi translates to Divya. Divya Purush, Divya Mahila. This is not a small label or a tag to give to anyone, being divine. And that's why I tell a lot of people also that when you encounter a masculine who is not even a divine masculine, who's a distorted masculine, stop calling that person divine masculine. You can call them distorted masculine also. You can say, yeah, this was my partner or my ex or whosoever, but if you put them on the pedestal of divine masculine or divine feminine for that matter, you have to be very sure about it. You have to be like very clear about it. That's number one. Number two is that because you possess the dual energy in you, which is the twin flame energy, at the time of your birth, you were born with both energies, feminine and masculine, and both were in balance. And I'll tell you one more thing, in this time frame, which is at the end of dark ages, because now we are in the age of ascension, we are moving towards golden age, okay? And because in the past, in the previous cycle, it was the patriarchy. Let me just show you the cycle right here. This is the cycle. So earlier, last time when twin flames came on the planet, it was towards the beginning of the dark ages, okay? The end of Dwapar, descending Dwapar, and beginning of dark ages. So at that point in time, maximum twin flames were male. They were in male body. This twin flame energy was given to males. And that's why most of them were healing the wounded and the distorted patriarchal system. The patriarchal system was and is the biggest reason why so many people are suffering on this planet right now. And there's nothing wrong to have a patriarchal system, but if it's wounded, even the masculines are distorted. It's not like the masculine, the actual pure men, the good men, they are not happy, because to be a man, you have to always be either in war or you have to just prove to others how much money you got. That's not the only reason why you're a man. You have to drink, you have to hunt, you have to do all these crazy things just to prove that you're a masculine energy. But now that we are in the ascending times, now the ascending Dwapar has started. Okay. Now this is the time when the matriarchs will appear, and this is the reason why most of the twin flames were born in female bodies. And the men who have a lot of connection, they feel a lot of resonance with the divine feminine energy, usually they will be a man, the male body, but the energy, if you look at their horoscope, definitely their energy would be feminine. Definitely, 100% I'm sure about it if they are a twin flame. So if you want to check yours or you want to discuss what energy you have, then you can book a twin flame astrology reading where I combine human design and the Vedic astrology, the Hindu astrology. I combine them. I also use other tools and techniques, other energy tools to figure out what energy you have, and it is usually correct. Usually. If, of course, your horoscope says something else and I cannot help it, but then you would still have a much more clearer knowledge about who you are. For a long time, when I used to look at a friend of mine who, as per the human design, is also projector, I thought he could be a twin flame. I thought divine masculine feminine, I don't say, twin flame I say. But when I checked his horoscope, he was pure masculine energy. Horoscope was showing to me was also masculine. So he is very sensitive, he's very nurturing, he's very caring, but he is not the feminine energy. He's not possessing it, which means he is not a twin flame. He could be a wonderful person, an advanced soul. He could be doing some other things. He could be a light worker, but not a twin flame. Twin flame is a little different concept. It's a very niche concept. And that's why we notice a lot of women are very much drawn to this study. Why? What's the need? Because they possess the masculine energy as well. And they always act as masculines. They're always like a man. You know, I met one more girl this weekend and she's doing all masculine things like driving a van, living by herself. She's independent. She doesn't care about the emotional drama and all that. But at the same time, because of her body, she has no other way but to be a feminine. If you ask me also, I have the same thing. And I remember as a child, I was very, very independent child, extremely independent. I was literally like a boy. And my father used to say this to me, that she is my boy. She is my son. And I used to feel so nice about it. Yes, I'm his son. I'm his son. Yes. I would say that. And when I started growing up, I was like, what's wrong with me being a daughter, by the way? Because by the time I started realizing that women are being treated indifferently. Women are not given the same perks. Women are not given the same salary. Women are not given the same rewards. And women are being asked to live inside the kitchen or do just the same things like make babies and all that. And it used to really affect me. So I did ask my father once, and I remember my father has never, and I'm so thankful to my father for this, because he always raised me like a girl who can be like a guy, a girl who can be a man, And many years back also, it's very interesting today, I want to share all of this interesting stuff with you. And I think I mentioned it in the community post in the tarot, about the tarot I had mentioned yesterday. You can have a look at it. So many years back, when my mother was very young, she was a girl herself, 12, 13 years old maybe. There used to be this very mystical man, and he was working for the king of Nepal. And he was the king's Rajguru. Rajguru means one of the main masters, the teachers. And he knew everything. People say that he could travel in time. He was a very learned man. So every 7 years, he used to conduct camps. He would go and travel the whole of Nepal, and he would visit different places. And what urged him to do that, nobody knows. I'm getting goosebumps literally all over my body from head to toe while I'm talking about this. So this man, he used to travel the whole of country, okay? And he would go to even the most interior of villages, and there would be tents, and people would collect in hordes in huge numbers. I think back in those days, these could be the concerts of those times. So he would visit people, and he would not meet everyone. He would have like a huge tent full of people, and he would just look for anyone, and he would just point out and say, hey, you stand up, I want to talk to you. So my mother at that time was extremely skeptical, and my mother literally belongs to a village. She comes from a village where literally, I'm not kidding, all types of people, all types of things, and so many dimensions exist. I have experienced it. I felt it. But now I don't care about these things, because when I surrender to my master and when I surrender to Lord Sri Ram, what is there to even bother about, Like, as I said in the post, I have seen a demon face to face, literally. And usually one of the common things that most demons do is that they'll turn their eyes completely white. Like, they'll sit in front of you with their eyes wide open, but it would be absolutely white. And how they do that is like, I did not ask the demon, how did you do it? But I don't know. Like, that's an interesting question to ask. But maybe they do it because it's like the opposite of life. When you have your eyes and you can see your pupil, you're like a normal human being or a divine being. But demons don't have that. So they're completely, the eyes are white. Anyway, so this Rajguru person, who is a time traveler, who is Tathagat, who is wonderful, amazing, magical, mystical man, he picks my mother, who's a skeptical person, because even in her childhood, all the crazy stories, all the scary stories also she's told me. She used to sleepwalk. She's seen people change forms, literally. She's seen it many times, and she used to be scared. I think she still carries that fear, but she has definitely passed on her gifts to me, a lot of their gifts, and I am not scared of the gifts. When I talk to her, I do sense that she's avoided those gifts, and I've told her to not be scared, but she's like, no, I don't want it. I don't want any of these things. I'm just happy doing whatever I'm doing. So who knew that once I'll grow up, I would be doing only all of this, nothing else. So yes, I have huge interest in supernatural and paranormal, and I know that most twin flames, 99% twin flames are like that. You tell them you're doing something of this nature, they'll be the first one to appear over there, first one to stand at your door, you know. Yes, let's do it. Let's do all the crazy things. You want to go to haunted houses, you want to go to UFO sightings, you want to find this out, you want to meet this mystical person, they'll be like, yes, I'm done for it, I'm game, let's do it, let's go right now, you know. Other people might not be that excited. They would be a little scared, or they would be like, no. Because twin flames are protected by God, by source, by their masters, and they're sent here. They're sent here so that they can tell people about these realms. Their job is to tell people about the other dimension, other realms. Their job is to tell the people that this three-dimensional reality is not the only reality, my friends. Get out of it. So their job is that. So anyway, he looked at my mom and he went like, oh, you are going to marry someone who's going to be much elder to you. And my mom was like, why would I do that? I don't want to marry someone elder to me. He said, well, that's what I just saw your husband. And he would not be from this country. He would be from a different land. He would have a different culture, completely different culture as yours. And you would have a very nice socially, your relationship would be very nice, but inside it would not be the same. It would not be the same. And he also said some really cool things about my father. And then he told my mother that you'll have 3 children for sure. And you might have the 4th one, but I'm not sure about it. And my mother literally told me that she did have the 4th child, but they did not have the child. So it's very interesting that everything that he had told my mom, that came out to be true. And I'm not going to talk so much about myself because I really don't feel like. He did say a couple of things that have come out to be true. They are actually, some of them are in the process. But one of the things he said to my mother, which I can share in this session, is that he told her that your first child would be a daughter and she would be like a man. She would be like a man. And my mother was like, what does that mean? My daughter would be like a man? He said, yes, she would be a very independent person. She would do most of the things that she would do. Usually men do those things. And my mom was like, okay, she was just 12, 13 years old. And with time, everything that he had said started falling true. What's falling true? Started coming true. So, my dear friends, I can say this to you all when I started researching about twin flames, because trust me, I am not a romantic person. I have no romantic thing, no DNA, I think. They did not give me romantic stuff. But yes, I wanted to be loved and I wanted to know what love is, and I want to love people. For me, it's more about loving the right people more than getting loved, because God is always giving us a lot of love. So when I started researching about twin flame, it was not the romance that attracted me like most people. So I was literally blind towards that side, the romantic aspect. I was like, who are these people? Like, what is this twin flame? Why am I so drawn to this word and to this sound and to this? Why am I stuck onto it? I was literally stuck to it. Like, the first time I heard twin flame, I was like, twin flame, twin flame, twin flame. You can hear echoes of it. Twin flame, twin flame. What is twin flame? What the hell is twin flame? And so many other people were sitting with us. Nobody bothered about it, and nobody has bothered even till date. Even till date, they don't care. So then when the twin flame word was dropped, it had to be discovered or rediscovered completely. So then I started realizing that there are some women who are, though they are in the women's body, but they are not like a woman. They are like a man. And they do things that no other woman in their time or in their environment can attempt to do. And then I also came across certain men, which was also kind of interesting, who, despite being a man, in a man's body, they were not acting like the typical men around them. And they too were attempting things that other men would not do, like becoming a gardener, a teacher, a nurse, or becoming a healer or taking care of the animals. They are very sensitive, very compassionate, very empathetic. They had this feminine quality, and it's so beautiful to see that nurturing quality in a man. And then I started researching about the other people they're getting attracted to. And here's the interesting part, that women with masculine energy are usually more drawn to men with feminine energy, and men with feminine energy are usually more drawn or attracted to women with masculine energy. So this role reversal, or this type of energetic situation that happens with some of the people, is to bring the balance on this planet, because these are the people who are going to not act like their gender, and everybody else is going to typically act like their gender, whatever gender they have. They will get programmed by the world much faster, but these people will not, because there's an inner energy inside of them that's taking them to an opposite direction. So it's not just about why feminine has to heal masculine and feminine energy both. It's also for those men who have both these energies, or the twin flames. They have to heal both. They have to heal, first they have to heal the masculine energy. They have to make money, they have to get a job, they have to be independent, and then they have to start doing things that they love. Like maybe they love to cook, or maybe they love to take care of animals, maybe they like to grow plants, maybe they like to do gardening, they like to do painting, they like to play the music, they like to keep long hair, they like to dance. They are like this amazing combination of man and woman energy. And same goes for the women. So they look very feminine, they could be very delicate, like looking very delicate, but suddenly they can become like a kung fu fighter, or suddenly they'll be like, I don't know, I really cannot describe sometimes, because just like to watch them. They're very aggressive, they're very fiery, they're very strong-headed. They are not like the women you see around. So they have to heal both, so that they don't have to depend on others. They have to do this because when they come to this planet, God told them, or they must have said this by themselves, like, I don't want to take anybody's favors. I don't want to be anyone's liability. I don't want to be anybody's pet, or I don't know the right word for the caretaker and the one who's being taken care of. So they don't want anyone to be their caretaker other than God, other than Source, other than Master. So they might have made it very clear that I don't want to take anything from anyone. Please God, from the time I'm born until the time I die, I want to be totally independent, and I want to be standing on my own 2 feet. Even if I have a husband, brother, father, whosoever, I don't want to take anything, even a penny from anyone. I'll work hard till I can. That's the attitude most of these women have. So they want to do everything single-handedly, and they like people who are also in the same energies. They like such men, they like such women, they don't like excuses. They're also sometimes difficult on themselves as well as other people, and that's why you see too much discipline, strictness also in them. If they give you a job, if they give you a chore to do, if they give you some assignment to do, they want it on time, they want you to be serious, they don't like crybabies. They are a lot of things, and they are also the opposite of it at the same time. It's like they can switch like this, and that's why they need to heal both. Nobody from the outside will do it for them. They have to do it. And just by adopting or just by doing things that they're scared of doing, or things that other people tell them, a woman can't do this, a man can't do this, they're like, shut up, I'll do it. These people have a very boss-like energy. They don't get bogged down by anyone, and they have a very rare energy. Even when they are in dark night of the soul, why do they succeed? Why do they come out of the dark night of the soul eventually? Is because of the rare energy, the rare quality they possess about, just going ahead and doing things, not stopping. They don't stop. So they're literally there to bless other people. They're literally there to help other people, even if they don't want to, because some of the times I've noticed the twin flames are not very keen on even interacting with human beings. They go like, no, I don't want to deal with these people. So then also they are going to contribute by just being themselves, by just being so authentic and so real and so pure. If they don't want to deal with the humans, they'll be like, I don't want to do it. They'll not pretend that, no, I want to deal with you guys, but I'm, not well, I'm having a headache and stomach problem or whatever. No, they'll straight away say, no, I don't want to deal with this because I don't like this. They have the boss energy, and for them there is only one big boss, and that is source. Nobody is their big boss, only master, source. That's their big bosses, and they only listen to them, and they connect with them through their intuition, their consciousness. That's how they do things. That's how they make things happen. Another reason is their intuition power. Intuition is their biggest gift and their biggest tool. Because of this intuition power, they can connect with others also who have intuition power. So this also makes them stand out, and because of this, they can read other people's intention, they can tap into other people's intention, and they have to be wise. They have to really work through this. They have to really develop this intuition power. Maybe in childhood they have it in huge proportion, but they're via programming asked to stub it down, asked to stop it, and that gives them a lot of pain, that gives them a lot of tears, and sometimes they don't know what they're doing or why they're doing. So this whole feminine and masculine confusion happens at that also, because bodily they could be feeling something else and inside they could be something else. They are all heterosexuals. Most of them are heterosexuals. Yes, there are twin flames in same-sex relationship also, but again, even they identify with a certain type of energy. And I think with time, when you start doing more and more inner work, the lust from your system goes away, and you may still be attracted to a certain group of people or a certain type of people, but from being very sexual, you will also become very asexual. Usually, most people turn towards asexuality when inner work starts kicking in more and more, and they start enjoying it more and more. Or they will have only, they will have a lot of physical affection and intimacy, but they will not be too much into the intercourse part of it or that lust part of it. They are more of the the energy of healing people through their touch, hugging, cuddling, kissing. Everything will be very pure, and these are the things that most of you will understand just by yourself. Today I may be giving it to you, I could be validating it to you, because some of you might have been confused, what is wrong with you? Why don't I feel as sexual as other people? Why don't I get as horny as other people? Because if you look at the 3D people, they want to do it every day, and that too multiple times in a day, maybe, if they get the opportunity. But you people are not like that. You are not like that. You're like a child, and that's why that youth remains protected, because the more lust in a person, the more they will play around with lots of people, they'll manipulate lots of people because they want to get something from them. Whereas a person who is just promoting love, they might also have a lot of people, they might also be loving a lot of people, but it's not with the intention of using someone for lust. There's a big difference in both these two things. And once you start figuring this out, you also are able to protect yourself from other such people who are literally energy vampires and who are literally always looking for someone that they can fool around with, they can sleep with, they can get intimate with without any love or anything. But yes, on their faces they will say, I love you, I miss you, you are mine, I am yours. So many of you have encountered the false twins also, who actually say a plethora of things to attract you, to bring them to you. But eventually you realize that they only want one thing. They are having a one-track mind. So you learn to protect yourself from such people, and you also figure out that such people never love anyone. They only love themselves, and that too in a very low third-class way. It's a very third-class way of loving yourself, So this is where I'm going to close this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. And if you have any more such questions, please share them with me. And I would love to answer all of these questions. And I'll see you soon in another one. You can also book personal sessions, counseling sessions, hand-holding sessions, and most important, therapy sessions, because therapy is where we do the actual work. People see the shift, and they tell me, oh my God, I'm a new person now. So the inner work has to continue. The ascension has to go on, because ascension is a lifestyle. All right, so I'll see you soon. One love and peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.